Hello everyone, it's me again, your teacher Ian in Mathematics 7, and welcome to the second video lesson of our first quarter. And this lesson is about the absolute value of integers. Enjoy watching and start learning. At the end of this lesson, you are expected to represent the absolute value of a number line as the distance of a number from zero. Uulitin ko, pag-uusapan natin ngayon ang patungkol sa absolute value of integers. Ngayon, kung nagtatanong kayo kung ano ang ibig sabihin ng integers at anong pagkakaiba nito sa numbers, halina't ating tuklasin. Integers are a whole-valued positive or negative numbers, or zero itself. And these are generated from the set of counting numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on. And the operation is subtraction. Alright, as mentioned earlier, integer is a whole-valued positive or negative number, or zero. And the integers are generated from the set of counting numbers 1, 2, 3, and so on. And the operation is subtraction. So when a counting number is subtracted from itself, say for example, 4 minus 4, the resulting number or the difference is 0. No? And when a larger number is subtracted from a smaller number, say for example, 2 minus 3, the result is a negative integer or a negative whole number, which is on this example, we have negative 1. And if we're going to take the vice versa, if a smaller number is subtracted from a larger number, say for example, 9 minus 2, the resulting number is a positive number, and that is positive 7. We are no longer using the plus sign to indicate its positivity. So numbers that do not have a sign before them is considered as positive whole number. Now, in this way, integer can be derived from the counting numbers, resulting in a set of numbers closed under the operation of subtraction. No? Because of the counting numbers, no? And the subtraction na ginamit natin sa counting numbers, integers exist. The set of integers exists. Now that you know the origin of integers, let us now proceed to our main topic, which is the absolute value of integers. The absolute value of integer is the distance of the number from zero on the number line irrespective of the direction. It is the distance from zero and is expressed as a positive integer. And the symbol used to represent an absolute value are vertical bars, as shown in the example of the third bullet of this slide. On the number line, there are two numbers, one at the left and one at the right, that are equidistant from zero. An example, no, as we can see on the number line here, that negative 4 here is negative 4 located, is 4 units away from 0. If we are going to count from negative 4 to 0, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, apat na units ang kanyang layo papunta sa 0. So, let's try to indicate. So, negative 4 is 4 units away to 0. Now, we say that the distance from negative 4 to 0 is 4 units. Likewise, 4 on the number line, or positive 4 on the number line here, is also 4 units away from 0. If we're going to count from positive 4 to 0, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, which is also the same as negative 4, which is also 4 units away. Okay? Therefore, these numbers, negative 4 and positive 4, are equidistant from 0. Ibig sabihin, they are the same units away, and that is 4 units away to 0. The term that describes the distance of a number on the number line from 0 is called the absolute value of the particular number. And the absolute value asks how far, not in what direction, a number is from 0. So if we are going to write at the absolute value of a particular number in a mathematical notation, we are going to use this mathematical notation here, no? That one. So it is the distance on the number line from 0 to that particular number, where the distance is the number of units from 0 to that particular number. So on the number line, the absolute value of positive 5 here, if you're going to go back here, the absolute value of positive 5 is the same as the absolute value of negative 5, because both of them are 5 units away from 0. So if you're going to write that one into a mathematical notation, we have this. The absolute value of positive 5 is equal to 5. Yeah, that's it. And the absolute value of negative 5 is equal to 5. Or if we are going to use the symmetric property we have here, the absolute value of positive 5 is equal to the absolute value of negative 5. The distance of a number from 0 can also be written as the absolute value of the binomial x minus 0, where 0 is the reference point. Okay? The reference point. Now, if we have the absolute value of x minus 0 is equal to 5, then we can say that the two numbers represented by x that are 5 units away from 0 are 5 and negative 5. If we are going to write that one here on a number line, we have here, this is the 0 or the origin itself. So meron tayong tinatawag dito na reference point that is 0. So sa 0 tayo magsisimula dito. Now, if we are going to look back here dito sa mathematical notation na the absolute value of x minus 0 is equal to 5, then we are meaning, or there are two numbers that is representing the absolute or the particular number x here that are 5 units away from 0. So if we're going to count, sa positive side muna tayo, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So dito maglaland sa positive 5. And dito naman sa kabila, we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So maglaland siya dito sa negative 5. Therefore, the numbers that represented or that is being represented by x here is or are negative 5 and positive 5. Now, what happens when the reference point is positive 1? Ano kaya mangyayari? What are the numbers that are 4 units away from positive 1? We are going to count the number of units to determine the numbers for the given distance. Say for example, we have here the absolute value of x minus 1, no? Equals 4. Meaning, kung dito natin titingnan, the reference point here is 1 or positive 1. This is the reference point. Now, we're going to draw the number line and locate 1. Let's say, for example, dito, si positive 1. So, say yung reference point natin. Siya ang reference point natin. Now, meaning, itong notation na to, the absolute value of x minus 1 equals 4. Ibig sabihin yan, there are two numbers that are 4 units away from 1. So 4 units away from 1. Let's count muna papunta sa right side. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Now, anong susunod dito sa 1? This is 2, tapos 3, tapos 4, tapos 5. So ibig sabihin, we land at positive 5. Now, if we count naman 4 units to the left of 1, dito naman, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yan, eto na yon. Pero ano kayang particular na number na yan? Ano yung number to the left of 1 or positive 1? That is of course 0, and susunod sa 0 is negative 1. Susunod sa negative 1, negative 2. Susunod sa negative 3, negative 2, this is negative 3. Okay? So, ibig sabihin po, the numbers that represent x on the mathematical notation, the absolute value of a binomial x minus 1 is equal to 4, are negative 3 and 5. Okay? So what happens when the reference point is negative 1 naman? What are the numbers that are 4 units away from negative 1? So let us have this another mathematical notation, which is the absolute value of x minus negative 1 is equal to 4. So ganun pa din. If we're going to write that 1 in a number line, so negative 1 here is our reference point. Negative 1 here is our reference point. Therefore, locate tayo dito ng negative 1 kahit saan dito, no? So we have your negative 1, no? Negative 1. Now, 4 units away from negative 1 to the left and to the right. So magsisimula muna tayo dito sa right. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4, no? 4 units. So anong susunod sa negative 1 to the right? We have 0, positive 1, positive 2, and positive 3. So we land at positive 3, that is 4 units away from negative 1. Now, here naman, papunta naman tayo sa left, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So ano yung susunod to the left ng negative 1? We have negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, and negative 5. Yan yung pagkakasunod-sunod to the left of negative 1. Ibig sabihin, we land 4 units away to the left of negative 1 at negative 5. Therefore, the numbers representing x, no, are negative 5 and 3. There you have it. That's it. The absolute value of integers. We are now done with the lesson 2 of quarter 1. Now, always remember that the distance or the number of unit intervals of a number from the point of origin is known as the absolute value of the number. And we use 2 vertical bars to represent the absolute value, wherein yung number is placed between the 2 vertical bars. And the distance between 2 numbers is the unit or the number of units between them. I hope nakatulong ang video lesson na to. But please wait. For those who are new to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much. See you on the next lesson.